Hello my dear students. Today we will going to discuss the chapter 18, that is effect of pollution. So in this chapter we will going to describe all the effect of the pollutions like noise pollution, air pollution, soil pollution, water pollution and radioactive pollution. So now students, let's begin. So here we firstly see that all type of pollution, noise, air, water, soil, radioactive have an impact in all the living organism and their environment. So we know that any type of pollution can affect the living organism and the environment. The pollutant in environment are responsible for the environmental degradation, that is destruction of the environment. The effect of the pollution ranges from mild discomfort to a long-term effect such as cancer, physical deformities. Increase of pollution in the environment also causes psychological and behavioral disorder in the human being. The effect of each type of pollution on the environment on human being are discussed below. Now here we are going to discuss one by one each of the effect of each type of pollution. Now, the first one is the noise pollution. The effect of noise pollution are multifaceted and interrelated. So, here we see that there are various type of effect of noise pollution and they all are interrelated. Noise pollution has ill effect not only on the human being but also in the environment. So, first one we are going to discuss here, that is the effect of environment. The noise boom causes crack in the national and the archaeological monument. Very high level of noise are caused of the cracks in the hill. High intensity explosion can break glass panes and causes vibration in the building. So these are the effects of the noise pollution in the environment, and now we are going to discuss about the effects of noise pollution in the human health. So first here we can see that the effect of human health is on various types. So the first one is effect on hearing or deafness, effect on communication, interference with the sleep, mental or psychological effect on the human being. Now first here we can see that effect on hearing and deafness. So continuous exposure to the noise level above 100 decibel has an adverse effect on hearing the ability within a fairly short time. Many workers who are exposed to the noise of the jet aircraft or very noisy workshop or even the moderate period soon develop the detectable hearing defect. Now the next one is the effect on communication. So here we see that the external sound can interfere with the conversation and use of telephone as well as the enjoyment of the radio, television program, etc. It can thus affect the efficiency of office, school, other places where communication is vital important. So here we see that the noise pollution also affecting the communication in the office, school, other places where the communication is important. Now the next effect is interference with the sleep. So as we know, we cannot sleep in the high noises areas. So different people have different depth of sleep and they can adjust to the natural sound. However, noisy condition near the residential area at night causes difficulty in sleeping. The next one is the mental or psychological effect. Many people complain that noise make them mentally ill. Experiments have been performed to confirm or disprove this claim. Doctors and scientists have now medically confirmed that noise disturbs the biological organism and their respective functions. Firecracker and the other excessive and the continuous explosive became physically painful, give rise to the neurosis, mental illness, cardiovascular disease, stomach ulcer, and respiratory disorder, thereby reducing human life. So here we see, due to the noise pollution that is coming from the firecrackers or any explosion can be physically painful and it give rises to the harmful effects like neuroscia, mental illness, cardiovascular diseases, stomach ulcer, respiratory disorder, etc. Recent research have concluded that short exposure to noise in excess of about 100 decibel can lead to adverse effect on the foetus and cause headache, dizziness and stomach problem. So here we see in this table the effect of high intensity noise on human being. So if the noise is less than 90 decibel, the effect is observed the threshold of audibility. If the decibel is 130 to 135, nausea, vomiting, dizziness are the effects. Noise of 140 decibel can cause in a pain in ears, and 150 decibel can affect the significant change in pulse rate, and the 190 decibel permanent damage of hearing can caused by it. Now here we are going to discuss the effect of the physical health and the psychological problem. Noise has little physical effect on the biological performance provided that the noise level is below about 90 decibel. The damage to the inner eye may result if continuous noise level exceeded above 100 decibel and can lead to the physical illness. Psychiatrists and the psychologists have in recent research made observation that noise has certain relation with the physical health, causing tension, resulting in problems such as speech interference, annoyance fatigue, sleep interference and emotional distress. So these are the physical health causing tensions. Now the noise level in industries cause interference in efficiency, communication and raise possibility of the accident. So we see here that these are the effects of the noise pollution on the human being. Now we are going to discuss the effect of noise pollution on the animal. The noise from the industries, railway, cracker, explosion, commotion in the cities and the aircraft affect animal, bird, mice, fish, domestic animal. The bird avoid migrating to the places where the noise level is above 100 decibel. The noise emission caused by the supersonic aircraft, railway may cause miscarriage in the mammal and fishes as well. Some of the birds have been found to have stopped laying eggs due to noise pollution. So here we see what are the effects of the animal. So first here we see the noise from the industries, railways, crackers and these are affecting the animal, bird, mice, fish and domestic animal. The next one is the bird avoid migrating the noise level in above 100 decibel, and the noise emission can causes the supersonic aircraft and the railways may cause miscarriage to the mammal and fishes as well, and some of the birds have stopped laying eggs due to the noise pollution. Now we are going to discuss the next pollution, that is the air pollution. Here we are going to discuss the effect of air pollution. Air pollution is the presence in the air of one or more noxious gases and minute particles of solid and liquid matter. So these are called as particulates. So from the previous chapter we know that the particulates can pollute the air, that causes the air pollution, that if they are in harmful concentration. Now of such duration and the characteristics, that is injurious to plant, animal, human being and other materials. Now we are going to describe one by one the effect on various factors. So first one is the effect on the environment. The effect on the environment, the increase in the concentration of the carbon dioxide, that is CO2, and the other greenhouse gases like methane, nitrogen oxide, chlorofluorocarbon and water vapor are responsible for increasing of the temperature on the earth. These gases trap the heat and causes the global warming. So we know in the recent time global warming is a major problem and a major pollution to our environment, which causes a great damage to the earth. So now we are going to know the following effects that are causing by the global warming. Due to the global warming, the first one is due to the global warming, the region of the northern hemisphere will heat up more than the area of the planet. In the temperate mountains, snow lines will melt earlier. So the next one is the winter and the night temperature will tends to rise more than those of the summer and the daytime. Rising warmth will lead to the increase the level of the evaporation of the surface water, and the air will also expand, and this will increase in the capacity to hold moisture. This in turn will affect the water resource, forest and other natural ecological system, agriculture, power generation, infrastructure, tourism, human health, etc. So, in these 3 points, we see here that due to global warming, the northern hemisphere will heat up and the snow line will melt earlier. And the next one is the winter and the nighttime temperature tends to rise. So that causes high temperature during the daytime. So again we see here that winter and the night temperature tends to rise, and the rising warmth will lead to increase the level of evaporation on the surface water, that causing various effect to the water resources, forest, natural ecological system, etc. Now the next point is due to the excessive heat, water will evaporate quickly. The soil affected with the erosion and devoid of vegetation cover, and not retain moisture for the long, hence there would be a drought condition happen. So due to the excessive heat, evaporation is quickly happening, and that causes to drought. The rise in temperature would lead to the melting of glacier, which will form the natural lakes between the mound of debris and the rocks that are left behind by the sliding glacier. This will result in the imbalance and the outflow of water. So from here we also see due to the rising of the temperature, the glacier will melt and will form the natural lakes between the mound of the debris and rocks, and they are left behind by sliding glacier. This will result in the imbalance in the outflow of the water, and this means that the glacier lake will be fed with water from the melting ice faster than the rate which they can be drained, thus making glacier lakes flood more frequently. So here we see if the glaciers are fed with the water from the melting ice faster than it is drained to the oceans, then the river content the water is flooded the side lands. So that causes the glacial lake flood. The next one is delta will be threatened by flooding, erosion and salt intrusion. The loss of the coastal mangroves will have an impact on the fisheries. For example, the major delta area of the Ganga, Brahmaputra, Indus river, which have the large population, will be affected by the flood, salt, water intrusion and the land loss. So here we see that the deltas are threatened by flooding and the salt intrusion. The loss of the coastal mangroves will impact on the fisheries. For example, the major delta area of the Ganga, this area is affected, and the Brahmaputra and the Indus valley is also affected, which have large population will be affected by the flood and the salt water intrusion and the land loss. So what is salt water intrusion? Salt water intrusion means the river water get mixed up with the ocean water, and that is coming to the land through the water as it is over flooded in the delta region. So that region is over flooded by the salt water. Now let's have a look on human health. What are the effects of air pollution on the human health? The extent to which human beings are affected by the air pollution depend on the duration of exposure and concentration of the pollutant. So which means the air pollution can affect the human being as it is depend on the duration of exposure. So which means what is the time limit that is human is exposed to the air pollution, and the concentration of the air pollution. So what is the type of concentration of that air pollution? So these are the two factors in which the extent of the effect can be measured of the air pollution. Now we are going to see here that a chart of the common air pollutants and their effect on the human health. So firstly we have to discuss here one by one. By the pollutant, that is carbon monoxide, the damage lungs, weakening bones, reduce of oxygen carrying capacity of the blood, and damage heart. These are the effects caused by the carbon monoxide. The next one is the sulfur dioxide. These obstruct the breathing, causing irritation in the eyes and throat. The next one is the suspended particulates matter, that are soot or smoke or dust and fog, we know. This causes asthma, irritation of the eyes and cancer. The oxide of the nitrogen, that is nitric oxide, nitrogen dioxide and nitrous oxide, can cause acute respiratory infection, bronchitis, lower resistance to the influenza. Next one is the hydrocarbon. Here we see that hydrocarbon affect the respiratory system. Now the ozone can causes irritation in the eyes, aggravated of asthma. Lead can cause the brain damage, affect the growth of lead to high blood pressure, and arsenic can cause the damage kidney, cause jaundice, lungs and skin cancer. Now, based on the criteria, and the air pollution has both short term and long term effect on the human health. So here we are going to discuss both the short term and the long term. First here we see that the short term effect. So in the short term effect, irritation in the eyes, nose, throat, respiratory infections such as bronchitis, pneumonia, headache, nausea, vomiting, dizziness, convulsion, allergic reaction, slurring of speech. And now comes the long term effect. So in the long term effect, chronic respiratory disease, lung cancer, cardiovascular disease and coma, damage to nerve, brain, liver and kidney happened. So here we see both the short term and the long term effect of air pollution. Now we are going to see an example of the air pollution. So we know that the Bhopal gas tragedy was the worst industrial accident that happened on December 3, 1984. About 40 tons of toxin methyl isocyanide, that is MIC, gas leaked into the atmosphere from the Union Carbide pesticide factory in Bhopal, in Madhya Pradesh. As a result of the accident, 3,500 people were killed and about 40,000 people were affected in an area of 100 square kilometer. Now, the gas leak engulfed the city, blinding people, choking their breathing, suffocating them. And the gas affected the tissue of their eyes, lungs, and attacked their nervous system. People lost control on their bodies. Urine and feces ran down their legs. Women lost their unborn child. Now, the other effects of air pollution, the effects of pollutants on the plants. So now we are going to discuss the effect of air pollution on the plants that is caused by the pollutants. So here we see that the air pollutants affect the growth of the plant and the metabolism by destroying chlorophyll and disrupting photosynthesis. The effect of the air pollution on the plants are as follows. So first one, here we see that the sulfur dioxide, that is SO2. SO2 breaches the surface of the leaves and causes loss of chlorophyll and result in yellowing of the leaves, especially in the green leaf vegetable. So the first one we see here, that the sulfur dioxide can cause the bleaching of the surface, that loses the chlorophyll. So we know that chlorophyll is the main substance for the plant. The next one is the nitrogen dioxide, that is NO2, result in the premature falling of the leaves and suppressed growth of plant. This led to the reduce in yield of crop also. The next effect we are going to see here, that is the ozone damages the leaves of the plant. So we know that ozone is also a pollutant, and that also causes the damage to the leaf of the plants. Now the peroxyacetyl nitrate, that is PAN, damages the leafy vegetable and causes premature fall, discoloration and curling of sepals. So these are the effects of air pollution on the plant by the pollutants. Now the effects on animals that feed on grass plant coated with their polluted particulate matter are affected with the arsenic poisoning. Lead poisoning result in bronchitis and lack of appetite in the pet animal. After this, the effect on materials. So what are the effects of air pollution on the materials? So first one we see here, that the soot, dust, fumes from the air pollutant can causes damage to the painted surface, fabric and the buildings. The next one is the sulfuric acid mist and acid rain damages the marble and the limestone. And we know that in the recent times it is a major problem to the Taj Mahal has suffered this damage that is caused by the acid rain, that is mainly formed by the sulfuric dioxide, that is SO2 in the atmosphere. It is the marble structure is getting discolored and corroded. That means eroded, or just some holes are made on the surface. Now the sulfur dioxide SO2 together with the moisture forms the sulfuric acid, that is H2SO4, and causes corrosion of the metals like steel, copper and zinc. And so here we see that the steel, copper and zinc are also affected by the formation of sulfuric acid from the sulfur dioxide. The next one is paper become brittle and the leather undergoes disintegration by SO2 and the acid gases. The ozone, SO2 and NO2 etc. are discolored deteriorates and reduce the strength of textile. Now after this we are going to discuss about another pollution, that is water pollution and its effect. Water pollution affect man and aquatic animal as well as the environment. So now we are going to discuss it one by one. First one is we are going to know that effect on environment, that is animal, marine life and vegetation. So here we see that due to the water pollution, the process of photosynthesis is obstructed. So as we know that air pollution can also causes to the bleaching of the chlorophylls, that causes damages to the plant, and here also the water pollution can causes the obstruction in the photosynthesis. This affect the growth of the aquatic vegetation, and all the chemicals that are drained into the water have harmful effect on the every organism that is living in water. The effect of the water pollution on the marine animal and the plant is visible in two phenomena. So what are the phenomena? First one is eutrophication and the next one is biomagnification. Now we are going to illustrate each of the phenomena. First one is the eutrophication. So here we see that it is a process of depletion of oxygen from the water bodies occurring either naturally or due to human activity. So here, which means eutrophication means depletion of the oxygen level in any water bodies. The process of eutrophication takes place due to the introduction of the nutrients and the chemical through the discharge of the domestic sewage, industrial effluents, fertilizer from the agricultural field. The consequent nutrients accumulation result in the phenomenal growth of the phytoplankton and algae, thereby reducing the penetration of the oxygen. So we know that the marine organism also needed oxygen, but due to the consequent nutrients accumulation result in the growth of phytoplankton and the algae, that causes reduction or reducing the penetration of oxygen, light, heat into the water bodies. As a result, most of the organisms die and draining water of all its oxygen. Now, the next phenomenon is biomagnification. The term biomagnification means increasing the concentration of various toxic substances along the food chain. So, the toxic substance at the level of primary producer get concentrated at each trophic level. So, we know in the food chain there is various level, but the toxic substance are mainly contaminated from the primary producer and get concentrated each of the trophic levels as they move up to the food chain. The phenomenon of the concentrated toxic deposition at the higher trophic level is known as bioaccumulation. For example, if there are traces of toxic chemicals in the water, then their concentration in algae will be much higher. So, when the fishes eat the algae, the concentration of toxin will increase further, and therefore accumulation of small amount of toxic chemicals in water can have a serious impact on the fishes that live in it. So first here we see, if the toxic chemicals are get mixed in water, then the concentration of the algae increased, and thus the fish eated the algae and the concentration increased further, and thus the fish get impact of this. An example of phenomena of biomagnification was first noticed in Illinois, that is in USA, where the elm tree was sprayed with DDT. A large number of birds like robin died near these trees, and it was later discovered that this bird was perished due to the DDT poisoning. The lethal dose came from the earthworm which they consumed. The earthworm has concentrated DDT residue by feeding on the fallen elm tree. So here we see that only from the spraying of DDT, various effects are on the birds and the earthworms are to be seen. So in this diagram we are going to explain each of the effect on the food chain. So here we firstly see that here the producer, primary consumer, secondary consumer, and the highest level of the food chain is the tertiary consumer. So here we see that the 0.04 part per million of DDT 0.04 part per million DDT can concentrate the producers. Next one is 0.23 part per million DDT concentration can affect the primary consumer, and the 2.07 part per million is DDT can concentrate the secondary, and the 13.8 part per million can concentrate the tertiary consumer. Now here we going to see that the other effects of the water pollution. So first one here we going to discuss here that the phosphorus and the nitrate from the fertilizer detergent contaminate the surface water, where they act as a nutrients and promote the growth of oxygen consuming algae. This in turn reduces the amount of dissolved oxygen in the water and kill the fishes and the other aquatic organisms. So here we see that the phosphorus and the nitrate can cause the growth of the oxygen consuming algae that develops or reduce the amount of oxygen in the water that causes harmful effect to the fish and the other aquatic organism. The next one is the industrial effluent result in the addition of poisonous chemicals such as arsenic, mercury, cadmium, lead, etc., which kill aquatic organisms. This chemical may reach human body through contaminated food, that is the fishes. The hot wastewater released from the power station increase the temperature of the water resource, reduce the oxygen level, and make it incapable for supporting life. And the last one we see here, that is the seawater polluted with the crude oil leakage, causes oil spill which contaminate the sea water and led to the death of marine organism. So in the recent times we know that oil spill is one of the major source of water pollution, and that causes death and harmful effect to the marine organisms. Now the harmful effects that are causing effect to the human health, first one is pathogen. So what is pathogen? Pathogens are diseases causing organism. Most of the wastewater, especially sewage, contain pathogen, and like the pathogens are bacteria, viruses, protozoa. These pathogens enter the human body from contaminated drinking water and are responsible for the several waterborne diseases. So how these pathogens are entering the human body? They are entering the human body through contaminated drinking water, and that causes several diseases like cholera, typhoid, diarrhea, dysentery, hepatitis, polio and jaundice. Now the next one that affect the human health by the water pollution is the toxic compounds. So first here we see that the pollutants such as heavy metal, pesticide, cyanides and many other organic and inorganic compounds are harmful to all organisms. Some of the toxic substances do not undergo biodegradation and remain in the environment. So biodegradation means it doesn't decompose in the environment, that causes harmful effect in the environment for a long time. Now the toxic substance polluting the water ultimately affect human health. Some heavy metal like lead, mercury, cadmium causes various type of diseases. So we are going to discuss each of the toxic substances that causes the effect in the human health and also their diseases. So first here we can see that mercury dumped into the water is transformed into water soluble methyl mercury by the bacterial action. Methyl mercury accumulates in feces, and people in Japan suffered from a disease called Minamata, which resulted in the numbness of the body part, vision and hearing problem, and the abnormal mental behavior. This was caused by the consumption of methyl mercury contaminated fish caught from the Minamata Bay in Japan. So here we see that the mercury can cause a serious damage, and that forms the methyl mercury and it enters the human body through the feces and causes the various diseases. Now the next one is the pollution by the heavy metal. The pollution by the heavy metal like cadmium causes the diseases called itai among the people in Japan. The water contaminated with the arsenic causes mental disorder, liver damage, that we also call as cirrhosis, lungs cancer, ulcer in the gastrointestinal tract and kidney failure. The fluoride containing pollutants cause a disease called fluorosis, which cause discoloring of the dental enamel and the black and brown stains on the teeth. It is also causes respiratory and gastrointestinal problem. Now the next pollution we are going to know about is the soil pollution. So now we are going to discuss the effect of the soil pollution. Soil pollution affects human being and animal indirectly through the food chains. The effect of the soil pollution on the environment, human health and other organisms are discussed below. Now first here we can see the effect of the environment. So the first one is the nitrogenous fertilizer produce toxic concentration of the nitrate and the nitrite in the leaves. So here we see that in the soil pollution, the nitrogenous fertilizer that are introduced to the soil through the agriculture produce toxic concentration of nitrate and nitrite in the leaves. The next one is the industrial and the chemical waste. causes pollution of the underground water. So here we see that the chemical waste can flows to the underground water and causes pollution to that water. Nitrogen and the phosphorus from the fertilizer accumulate in the nearby water bodies with the agricultural runoff. So which means the water that is from the agriculture can flows to the nearby water body and pollute that water body through the process or phenomena of eutrophication. Next, the chemical may percolate and contaminate the underground water resources. The land and soil pollution is responsible for the loss of fertility and productivity of the soil. So, the next one is the effect on the human health. The soil contained many pathogenic bacteria, viruses, intestinal worms which are transmitted to the man by the consumption of fruit and vegetables. This pathogen causes various type of diseases in the human. So we see here the soil contain many pathogen bacteria is transmitted to the man from various fruits and vegetables, and that causes diseases to the human health. The next one is the radioactive fallout on the vegetable is the source of radioisotope which entered the food chain through the grazing animals. So here we see that radioisotopes entered the food chain through the grazing animals, and some of these isotopes causes abnormalities. The next one is use of human and animal excreta as manure pollute the soil, and so here we see that the use of the excreta of human and animal as a manure can pollute the soil, and the excreta contain pathogen that contaminate the soil and vegetable crop and affect the health of the human being. And the next effect we are going to see here that on the organisms. So the particles in the sewage may clog the micro holes of the soil and destroy the microorganism necessary for the soil enrichment. The next one is the radioactive material moves away from the soil into the crops, livestock and human bodies through the food chain. So here we see that radioactive materials is flows to the crops, then to the livestock, then after the human bodies, and that causes a harmful effect to the organism. Many pesticides are absorbed by the plant and reach animal and human via food chain. So via food chain, many pesticides are absorbed by all the organisms. Now the last pollution that we going to see here, that is the radioactive pollution. So in the radioactive pollution is caused by testing of nuclear weapons, establishment of nuclear power plant, mining, refining and radioactive substance like uranium, thorium, plutonium, and during medical treatment using X-rays. That radiation emitting from the radioactive material and disposal of radioactive waste cause pollution and damages to the environment. So here we see that the radiation emitting from any radioactive material and the disposal of the radioactive waste causes harmful effect to the environment. The high level of product of nuclear waste remain in the environment for several hundred of years. Other radioactive threat to the environment are the accident connected with the activities of the nuclear reactor, nuclear power vessels and the satellite, etc. Now we are going to see here about the effects of the human health. The radiation affect living organisms. So we know that the radiation coming from any radioactive pollutants can affect the living organism. They causes harmful changes in the body cells and the genetic level. So here it is seen that it is classified into two. First one is genetic variation and the second one is somatic variation. So we are going to know what are they. Genetic variation, the damage caused by the radiation is often seen in the offspring and may be transmitted to the many generation. And the somatic variation is the short term exposure to the radiation can cause damages to the organ of the body. The harm done by them include breast cancer, thyroid cancer, lungs cancer, brain cancer, sterility, and defective eyesights. Here it is given an example of the radioactive pollution. So, there are the radioactive accident in 1986 in Chernobyl in the Ukraine. On April 26, 1986, a reactor at the nuclear power complex at Chernobyl exploded. There was a mass steam explosion, and the core of the reactor combined with the water to produce hydrogen, which exploded, blowing the toxic radioactive gases into the air. So, that air causes numerous fires, and the Chernobyl accident is considered as the most disaster nuclear power plant accident, both in terms of cost and the casualties. So, here we see that the core of the reactor combined with water to produce hydrogen, and that hydrogen exploded and blowing the toxic radioactive gases into the air, and this causes a numerous effect or harmful effect to the environment, and it is considered the most disastrous nuclear power plant accident. Due to the accident, 237 people suffered from the acute radiation sickness, of whom 31 died within the first 3 months. After the disaster, 4 square kilometers of pine forest near the reactor turned redness brown and died. And that red brown forest that is died named as the red forest. Some animals in the worst hit area died or stopped reproducing. Now, what is the effect of the animals on the radioactive pollutants? So, the radioactive substance resulting from the explosion of the nuclear devices of the nuclear waste penetrate the soil, from where they enters into the food chain and get concentrated into the body tissue of the animal, and adverse effect on them. So, here we see that the radioactive substances resulted from explosion of the nuclear devices can penetrate the soil and enter the food chain. So we know that this type of pollution or pollutants is happening from mainly the producer, then to the primary consumer in the food chain, and this is how it concentrated into the body tissue of the animal and have a adverse effect on them. So here we have completed this chapter, and that's all for today. Thank you.